Good morning and welcome to Gwehyddu. Bore da, croeso canes I bawb I gwehyddu, canhadledd celfyddydau ac iechyd meddwl. I was practicing that last night and my teenage said, perfect, ma'am. So, good morning and welcome everyone to WAHWN. It is our inaugural Arts and Health Conference in Wales and I'm delighted to see so many faces that I know on a screen for the last 2 or 3 years, and now I see you in person. I hope we have a fantastic time together today. We have a specific focus on mental health this year. We have been blown away within the organisation at the response to the conference. We've had over 70 contributors today, 100 delegates, another 80 were on the waiting list, and over 100 signed up for the live stream. And that's really us just like not going to town with it. That's really just a base level indication of who's interested in the work that's happening in Wales at the moment. And it's an exciting time to be working in arts and health. In particular for us, we're a small but mighty team at WAHWN. We were delighted to find out last week that we've been accepted as a portfolio organisation with the Arts Council. Woo-hoo! And for us, that's exciting for us as an organisation, but because we only exist to serve the sector, it's incredibly exciting for the sector and the investment that's coming in at the moment. So thank you to the Arts Council and the Bearing Foundation who have funded the conference today, and also to our local partners in Iron Bevan University Health Board for working with us to create this event. Established in 2013, WAHWN, Wales Arts, Health and Wellbeing Network, is the national sector support body for arts, health and wellbeing in Wales. Our vision is to enable arts and creativity to transform the health, wellbeing and resilience of individuals, communities and the healthcare sector in Wales. We can only achieve this by working in partnership with policymakers, health and social care partners, third sector partners, colleagues in education and research, and of course the arts organisations and the artists who deliver world-leading and now award-winning practice across the country. We really are international pioneers in this field. Today is our first step to bring us together because we haven't been able to come together in this way in the last 2 or 3 years. And we're looking forward to seeing what might grow from this. I'm going to take you through some of the housekeeping for today, and then I'm going to hand over to Angela. Our programme is packed. We know it. We wanted to give you as much content as possible in this short day together, but we really need you to be the agents and choose and curate your own experience. Take your time, check in with your own needs throughout the day, take breaks as you need them, arrive to sessions late, leave early, spend some time outdoors. I know some of you found it hard to come away from the weaving already this morning, but use it if you need it. Like, take it in. Take that well-being for yourself today. And we also have a quiet room downstairs with some art materials if anybody just wants a little bit of time out or just to chill in a quiet room. We've decided to go paper light. The printed programme has the schedule on it, but you can find information about all the presenters and panels on our website. You just scan the QR code. We'll be recording all of the talks in this room. We've got Jake and Simon at the back. We're also live streaming these events up here, so hello to everyone who is listening in online, and I hope it's meaningful for you, but you can catch up on the recordings afterwards too. There are no planned fire drills. If a fire alarm goes off, please follow the exits to the main doors and assemble in the car park in the front by the cenotaph. There are toilets in reception area and on the first floor on either side here. There is a hearing induction loop. Any issues, please speak to a member of staff at the LISAT. And just a special thanks to the team here who have been incredible in the lead up to today and also in preparing the space for us today. We're going to be filming and photographing throughout the day. If you do not wish to be recorded, please let Simon know. Simon is filming here. You'll see him going around with a video camera. And Reese is at the front here who's going to be photographing. So let one of them know, or anyone who's wearing one of these very lovely branded T-shirts, our team of staff and volunteers. And a massive thank you to our volunteers who have literally more than doubled our staff capacity to be able to host today. It couldn't have happened without you, so thank you all a lot. Lunch will be served in this room in the middle of the day. Please note we have a delegate with an airborne nut allergy, so if you can refrain from opening any food products that may contain nuts inside this room, that would be appreciated. On your tables, you'll find lots of creative prompts to gather your thoughts and reflections throughout the day, again designed by some of our very creative volunteers. Please play and enjoy, stop outside and chat with Celeste and Chip if you've got some time during the day. Please switch your phones to silent. If you're tweeting or using social media, please use our hashtags, Weave23 and Gwehyddu23. And finally, thank you to James and Catherine, who are our translators today. I think James is just going to give a little description, of what to do if you need a headset. We were due to have a Welsh presentation here this afternoon, but she's not been able to make it due to illness. Some of the sessions downstairs will be in Cymraeg. Thank you and enjoy your day.
Hello everybody, just quickly, there is translation headsets available on the tables. You can turn these on, there's a little on dial at the bottom, and that also serves as the volume. And you'll notice as well that there's a black stripe. If you can try whenever you're using this to have this facing outwards, and knock them off if you're not using them. If everyone could grab one, if you are non-Welsh speaking, and we can just do a quick test, and Catherine will just speak. I'll turn to Welsh, okay? So dwi'n mynd I siarad Cymraeg I weld bod y clust ffonau'n gweithio. Os oes rhywun sy'n gallu clywed yn gallu rhoi thumbs up, bydde hwnna'n great. Ydy hwnna'n gweithio? Ydy hwnna'n... Okay. That's fantastic. I'll just quickly turn back to English for the rest of it. There is a number on the headset, so feel free to keep it with you throughout the day. It might come in useful downstairs, or you can leave it on the table. Please don't take it home. Really appreciate that. And in one of the rooms downstairs, there will be a dedicated Welsh session with extra equipment. Leave that stuff in that room. Diolch yn fawr. Well.
Bore da, good morning, croeso, welcome. It's so lovely to see you all, to see you in person after all this time Zooming. We're all zoomed out. Just to reiterate really what Tracy said, there's been so much interest in the conference and us all coming together. It really shows a phenomenal appetite for sharing and learning in our sector. And an interesting link in this kind of grassroots practice that lots of us are involved in with big picture priorities in Wales. So that's really what today's about. We are really mindful also that we're operating in really challenging times, and many of our health board colleagues who were due to be with us today have had to cancel due to emergency meetings, and also challenges around being able to come out to training and networking events. But on a positive note, it's been brilliant over the last few weeks to see a real flurry of awards, not least Swansea Bay Health Board for their Sharing Hope Suicide Prevention programme for their nomination. And Hawddar for their more recent runner-up award for improving children and young people's mental health for their Art Boost programme. Both programmes funded by the Arts Council and the Bearing Foundation. So that's huge. And just a reminder really that WAHWN really benefits from a rich web of connections with strategic partners. We have access to a wealth of knowledge, creativity and energy through our 800 strong membership. And their work feeds directly into our knowledge bank at WAHWN, and in return, our support of the network offers mutually supportive and collaborative union. It feels really joined up, and it's just so special to be part of this movement. So we're in a moment of change, a time where the role of arts is improving health outcomes significantly and becoming widely recognised for that, not least the vital role that the arts are playing in prevention and early intervention. Today is all about weaving and celebrating arts and health partnerships, and I hope by the end of the conference you'll feel inspired by the possibilities of what we can achieve when we work together. That's me. Can I please welcome our first panel speakers today, Sally Lewis from the Arts Council to come up to the stage, Peter Carr and Iron Bevan Health Board, and of course Deputy Minister for Mental Health, Lynne Neagle. Thank you. So, welcome to our first panel of speakers who will help us to set the scene for the rest of the day. We've asked them to just give kind of very headliney introductions. There will be plenty of time to catch up with them during the day. This is the start of many conversations to come. We've sadly had apologies from David Cutler, who's in the programme. David, Director of Bearing Foundation, because of the rail strikes. David, if you're listening in, which I believe you are on live stream, sorry that you're not with us, but thank you again for supporting the conference today. I have to say, Bearing have been amazing in terms of being investors in this sector, both financially but also non-financially, developing programmes where the type of support they offer is really helping to set projects up for long-term success. I'd like to introduce Deputy Minister for Mental Health and Wellbeing, Lynne Neagle, and Lynne is going to share some of the key headlines around Welsh Government plans to help us collectively tackle some of the mental health challenges in Wales. Welcome, Lynne. Thank you for being here.
Bore da, good morning. I'm really pleased to be able to join you today at this inaugural Arts and Health Conference in Wales, and it's fantastic to see such a powerful showcase of the innovative arts sector we have here in Wales. We should all be very proud of the collaborative working you display and the partnerships working together in the network. Good mental well-being is as critical as good physical health and well-being. Person-to-person interaction, engagement in our communities, and a sense of value, purpose and meaning need to be seen as equally important as healthy eating and physical exercise. There is a strong and growing evidence base for the impact of arts on health and mental health. It is really great to see you all working together to tackle the most pressing mental health issues facing the people of Wales. Arts and creativity are important human occupations. Creativity is a powerful and enriching element of people's lives. The Mental Health Foundation identifies that the arts have an important role to play in offering help, promoting well-being, and creating a space for social connection and a sense of autonomy. The Wellbeing of Future Generations Act and A Healthier Wales make clear our intention to improve the health and well-being of the people of Wales, prevent ill health and support people to manage their own health and well-being more effectively. As part of our Together for Mental Health delivery plan, we outline our priority for services to be responsive to individual needs and use a recovery-based approach. We will be keen to build on this as we develop our successor strategy to Together for Mental Health, which we are working on at the moment. We've engaged widely with our stakeholders and will begin a formal consultation to inform the final strategy by the end of the year. Last November, the Strategic Mental Health Workforce Plan was launched following a comprehensive engagement process. The plan seeks to build a sustainable and diverse mental health workforce across both health and social care and to improve access and outcomes. We have formalised the strategic programme for mental health and appointed a new National Programme Director. This programme will focus on quality and improvement, the reduction of variation, and will work in partnership with the Mental Health Workforce Strategy Implementation Group. There is also good integration with the mental wellbeing work stream of the strategic programme for primary care. However, formal services are only one element of supporting people. We need to join up our community support, early intervention services, local primary care mental health services, as well as our specialist service provision. This will lead to high quality, safe and effective pathways and reduce the impacts of health inequalities. Many people already access the excellent resources in our communities or can turn to their friends and family for help and advice. Another important option is using social prescribing to connect people with their community to better manage their health and well-being. In 2022, we consulted on the development of a national framework for social prescribing, and we will publish that later this year. In June, I was pleased to announce the national rollout of the NHS 111 Press 2 for urgent mental health. This provides direct access to a mental health professional 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The Wales Arts, Health and Wellbeing Network reflects the wide range of options needed to keep our population well. These range from involvement in general creative activities, organised community participation, and specific actions intended to improve people's well-being and social interaction. There is, of course, also the formal use of arts and creative media as a basis for highly specialist treatments by art, music, dance and drama therapy professionals. The Allied Health Professionals Framework, Looking Forward Together, sets out the actions required to ensure that the skills of arts therapists are used to the best effect to improve health outcomes and deliver our policy objectives. At the moment, allied health professionals cannot always be accessed early enough. In the future, the AHP workforce will provide more care closer to people's homes to ensure the highest value, quality and outcomes. In April this year, the Minister for Health and Social Services announced an additional recurrent investment of £5 million in order to help achieve this and build greater preventative and rehabilitative services for people closer to home. I hope this has outlined to you how seriously we take the need for a vibrant arts and health sector as part of our approach to improving the health and well-being of our population. There is an abundance of innovation and transformation across Wales, and today's conference is a clear indicator of the quality and creativity you are bringing to this vital work. I want to thank you for inviting me today, and I'm sure that you will have a productive and really inspiring conference. Diolch yn fawr.
Wel, bore da pawb. Mae'n hyfryd iawn croesawu cymaint ohonych chi Gasnewydd heddiw. It's really fantastic to see you all gathered here in person today. It feels like a milestone moment coming back. Congratulations to all at WAHWN for pulling this off and getting you all to turn up. It looks like a really rich programme. And I want to thank the Minister for just getting the ball rolling, setting out the policy context so clearly there for us, and for your support in really getting it, in really understanding how the arts can contribute to supporting people's mental health. I think we're incredibly lucky and fortunate in Wales to have a specific Minister for Mental Health and Wellbeing. I know many colleagues across the border look on in envy, so thank you for your continued support. Well, I've been asked to reflect some headlines about where we are with arts and mental health in Wales in 5 minutes. It's a completely impossible task. I am going to rip up my script and share just a few monosyllabic thoughts. But I want to start by asking you to cast your minds back to 2017, because that's the time when I got involved in this work at the Arts Council 7 years ago, and where the journey began. So if you can just picture it, Carwyn Jones was First Minister, Donald Trump was sworn in the US, Ed Sheeran was at #1 for 14 weeks with Shape of You, and Alan Wynne-Jones was leading Wales out on the rugby pitch. And the Arts Council embarked on a mapping study to see what was happening in arts and health across Wales. Little could we have imagined at that point that here we are, seven years later, almost all the recommendations in that report having been realised. And a kind of the fragile, what was it at the time when we saw it, sector, transformed into a really vibrant, nationally connected, dynamic sector with rich, innovative practice on the ground, arts and health coordinators in every health board, champions across and within the NHS, such a proactive approach from our sector agency, a cross-party group at the Assembly, a dedicated lottery programme for arts, health and wellbeing, and some really significant programmes such as HARP and Arts and Minds in action. And of course, a key partnership with the Welsh NHS Confederation, attracting international interest and being highlighted very positively in the Lancet Public Health. It's incredible, isn't it? It's been rapid, this growth, and we've certainly exceeded the 20 miles per hour limit in getting here in 6 years. But I just want to pause and reflect and think, lots of people ask me, so how has it taken off in Wales so quickly? What have the factors been? And of course, there are many, but I just want to share a few headlines that I think have been really, really important. And the first one, I'm going to talk about partnerships, I'm going to talk about people and programmes. And I think we don't do anything in arts and health without partnerships. They're really the cornerstone of it all. And that's why we favour the title Arts and Health rather than Arts in Health. This real sense of co-ownership and the possibilities of what happens when we join forces equally. Of course, in terms of partnerships, it's this one that has been the catalyst for us and the game changer in many regards. First signed in 2017 with the Welsh NHS Confederation and with the Arts Council, renewed in 2020 and about to be renewed for a further 3 years this autumn. It's been the memorandum of understanding has really helped us put down our priorities, our shared priorities, around raising awareness of the benefits of the arts for our mental health, focusing on health equalities and thinking about the well-being of our respective workforces. It's been brilliant to work with Nesta Lloyd-Jones, wherever she is, continuously over 7 years. And I think we've weathered the ultimate test of the pandemic, but we've wanted that MOU to be about practical actions, about things happening on the ground rather than a piece of paper. And beyond those partnerships, we know that it goes right through the sector to, at a hyper-local level, this lovely partnership between Parkinson's UK and Barracuda Samba Group. We also, I want to mention the Wellbeing of Future Generations Act briefly, because that's also been an incredible enabler and driver for cross-sector partnerships. I think it's created a climate where doors have been open, where we've been able to dare to explore difficult challenges together and look through a new lens at old problems. And I think beyond the kind of what we're doing is the how we're doing. So the kind of culture that all of you in this room have evolved and developed, which is a generous culture of sharing learning, of shared goals, all pulling in the same direction, and where we prize collaboration over competition. It's a Team Wales approach, and I think that's probably part of the success. I want to talk a bit about people, because that's definitely behind the success. Keeping our person-centred approach, thinking about the people this is for, the people of Wales, underrepresented voices, a bilingual nation, and all that means. So keeping that centremost in our mind, but also going beyond to think about if we're going to make change, we need some change makers, and we've not been shy in Wales to invest in arts and health coordinator posts across all the health boards. Really crucial game change in connecting people who bridge both the arts and the health worlds and can make those relationships, who can really be embedded within the system and understand the pressures and how to respond to them creatively. Also, to think about unlocking the creativity within the NHS workforce and within the social care workforce, to allow them to experience the benefits of engaging in the arts for themselves, and allowing artists as well to be artists in healthcare spaces, to concentrate on what they do best and to allow the magic to happen. And respecting the role of researchers, of academics, of people managing in this space as well, and providing mechanisms like today to bring everyone together to share learning. And finally, programmes. It's been really important to us, beyond our lottery programme, although that's key, to also think about some flagship programmes around mental health. This is definitely Arts and Minds, which is a national programme which seeks to embed creative opportunities within mental health services. And this will be opened up this afternoon. We're very grateful to the Bearing Foundation for being our strategic partner and our funding partner in this. If there's one programme that shows the wealth and the richness of the arts, it's this one, through music making, rap, poetry, craft and painting, animation, aerial circus, filmmaking, creative writing, photography, outdoor arts, mask making, dancing, printing. It's all in there, and using that to really explore a whole range of mental health conditions with young people experiencing mild to moderate conditions, eating disorders, new mums and dads, NHS staff experiencing trauma too. So we look forward to taking that forward. I am running through. You'll hear about the Cultural Kutch, which is a really important project that grew out of the pandemic to support the well-being of our healthcare workforce through the arts. We'll talk about that more this afternoon. So are we there yet? Well, of course we're not. It's very much a work in progress. But I hope today we can just take a moment to celebrate how far we've come together, and that you'll get some inspiration from what looks like an incredible programme. I think we've got some really firm foundations to build on, and really look forward to the next stage of this journey. Diolch yn fawr.
Thank you very much, Sally. Moving swiftly on, I'm really delighted to welcome Peter Carr, Executive Director of Therapies and Health Science at NGHYMRU University Health Board, our conference partners in our inaugural year. So Peter and his health board are true champions of arts, health and wellbeing for patients, for staff and the wider community. As outlined in their recently published Arts and Health Strategy, that I know Peter's going to talk about, we've invited Peter to share a local health board focus, including how the arts have been integrated via the Arts for the Grange programme, which he led on. Welcome, Peter.
Diolch. Bore da. Hello, everybody. It's a real delight to be here in this room, this beautiful old building in Newport, which is on our home patch for NGHYMRU University Health Board, and to partner with the delivery of this exciting conference. So, yeah, a real privilege to be able to just speak for a very short time about what we've done in NGHYMRU University Health Board, how we did it, but also what we need to do next, really, are the important things. So, I'm going to plug a few things. If you go downstairs in the coffee room, you'll find a big pile of these strategy documents. Really, really proud that this year we're able to publish our 5-year strategy for arts in health for NGHYMRU University Health Board. But this is the culmination of a bit of a journey, a huge amount of work by colleagues right across the health board. And just picking up on what Sally was talking about, also the product of partnership. You know, we work in NGHYMRU not just with colleagues within the Health Board, not just with our patients, but we work with our public sector partners. We work with the Arts Council, with the NHS CELFYDDYDAU, with the Bearings Foundation. We work with the third sector and local charities such as Garth. None of what we have achieved in Narren Bevan would be possible without that collaboration and that partnership. So that has been absolutely key. But why are we publishing a strategy now, this year, when we've done so much already? Well, it really is about the learning that we've extracted from everything we've done so far. The strategy is informed by that. I was really, really fortunate to be involved in the arts programme for the Grange. For those of you who are not aware, the Grange Hospital, Grange University Hospital, is located in Llanfrecfa near Cwmbran. It's our specialist critical care centre in Gwent. Really, really proud of it. It's a really important building and has been a major capital development, not just for us locally in our local area and for our community, but for NHS Wales. It's a major, major thing. I was really delighted to know that we had ring-fence funding for an arts programme for that build, and that is a really important thing that enabled us to do what we were able to do. And as one of the executive directors in the Health Board, I took my opportunity to ask if I could lead that programme, and so it was really great to be able to do that. It was a programme delivered over many years, and it involved so much. What we're really proud about with the arts programme for the Grange is the diversity of it. It could have been so easy just to procure a few nice pictures for the walls or some murals, but actually we didn't do that. We worked in collaboration with Studio Response, who, if any of you know Studio Response, are an organisation that are experts in curating public sector art. We were able to develop a really robust programme that was diverse, that included art, it included music, poetry, dance. Importantly, it included public engagement. We used some of the funds for the arts programme to engage with our community and with our staff as part of the process of opening the Grange and its ongoing legacy. So it's a really exciting programme. I could talk all day about the Grange programme. I don't need to, because downstairs in the coffee room, you'll find this beautiful little green book, which will tell the story of the arts programme for the Grange and everything we did. So please pick one up. If we run out of these today, I can get you more copies. Just please shout. If any of you want to come to the Grange, we love giving tours. We love showing off what we've delivered there. Please get in touch and we'll sort that out. This created a legacy for the Health Board. We learnt so much. And on that legacy, we built our strategy. We really welcome the mandate and the challenge that was given to us by the Arts Council and by the NHS CELFYDDYDAU and the cross-party group, by Welsh Government. It was really, really important to us because it signalled to health boards, it signalled to us that arts in health is important, that it's essential. It's not a nice to do. It's not something we do as an add-on, we layer it in. It is an important, essential component of everything we do in delivering care to our community. And having that mandate and that challenge was so important to the Health Board. It enabled me to deliver this. It has enabled me to deliver this strategy. Because when I'm in the board meeting and I have to sell the case for doing this, then it's easy. It's easy because it's understood that this is important, it's essential, it is not a nice to do. I'm really fortunate that in Narren Bevan, our board gets it. They understand why this is so important. So it makes my life a lot easier. But it means that we are able to be really creative in the Health Board about what we do, and it really opens doors for us. So that's really, really important. So what do we need? Just thinking about what we've done, you can read about all the details in here. You can pick up these copies and you can find out more. And please get in touch with us. But what next? What do we need to do? These are really difficult times, not just for the NHS, but the public sector in Wales. I've been working in the NHS for 30 years in Gwent, and I cannot remember a time this difficult. And it is also easy in these difficult times to perhaps deprioritise arts. I would argue that if we do that, we'll lose something really important. We cannot allow this agenda to slip down the ranking. This has to be top of our priority list always. We must all be champions. The partnership we talk about is all of us as part of that movement, and championing the cause, really, to explain to colleagues who might not understand that if we don't incorporate arts in everything we do, in the delivery of care, then we're really missing something. We're really missing an opportunity. It is by using arts in health and the care setting that we actually will achieve efficiencies, that we will be productive, that we will achieve our goals and ambitions. The other thing that we must importantly do is remember that what we do in arts and health, it has to be evidence-based, and we have to evaluate what we do. I'm really proud that what we've done in Inarren Bevan does that. We use the evidence base and we evaluate what we do. So our case is really strong, but we are all champions of that. We're all ambassadors. So I guess the challenge for us is to think about, as we enjoy the rest of today, how can we take something away from today so we can keep the agenda alive and we can keep delivering this important challenge for the NHS in Wales. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. Oh, you're a bit taller than me. Thank you to all our first panel speakers today, who I believe, apart from Deputy Minister, who has to probably leave, sadly, Peter and Sally are around today, if you want to grab them during breaks, lunchtime. So hopefully that's kind of really helped set the scene of what today is about. And sadly, we don't have time for questions right now. We're going to move swiftly on to showing a really beautiful film, a pre-recorded interview with Strictly Come Dancing star Amy Dowden. Tracy interviewed Tracy a few weeks ago.
When I am dancing, it's like all my worries go away and I just get lost in the music. I just love it. I can't help, even just talking about it, smile. And it just gives me this sense of confidence and belief and a sense of belonging, I guess, as well. And sometimes I can be in pain and all of a sudden, at that time I'm dancing and the adrenaline and the endorphins releases, I've forgotten about it. Yeah, it's certainly my happiest of places. You know, I can remember one day when I was pretty low after my diagnosis and crying and, you know, you take it out on your loved ones and he said, Amy, I'm going through this too with you. And that made me realise, yeah, he's going through the emotional journey as well and he's just as frustrated as me. I really think it's important, and I think it's important to have a trusty network around you, that you can be true to yourself, you can cry when you want, you can laugh when you want, you can just be you. When I'm really poorly and having a bad flare-up, it's having that dream, having that goal, having that passion that pushes me through and just thinks, right, I've got to get through this because I want to get back on the dance floor. And I honestly think, I'm not sure I would have got through some of those difficult times with my stomach problems had I not had my dancing. And even with my recent diagnosis with breast cancer, I'm not sure I'd be as positive as I am now and be back up and going so soon after my operation if it wasn't for my dancing, having that goal to get back on the Strictly dance floor. And I think it doesn't matter whether it's a goal, a dream, whether it's something you love. I think it's just having something to focus on, something that gives you those lovely, happy memories that makes you smile. I spoke openly about it online because I've seen the impact of speaking out to Crohn's, what my Crohn's disease has had. And I just thought, well, let's turn a negative into a positive. If I can raise awareness, get people checking, if just 10 people start checking, then that's something. I would say try anything. It doesn't matter, you don't have to be the world's best. Now, I go into some dance styles, I'm the worst in the class, but I just love it. I get lost in the music, get lost in the music, the movement, the teaching, those around me, the social aspect is great. And I think you never know what you can achieve unless you go for it. And, you know, everybody has different purposes and reasons for being at a dance class or an event. It might just be, to simply go and have fun. It might be to go and get the most they possibly can. I've gone to many events in the past and thought, I'm going to be rubbish at this. I've surprised myself. And the feeling and the self-reward afterwards, even if I only got one step or one acting line, I've come away with a self-achievement and a boost. And that boost, I think, is so important. The endorphins you release as well. And it might help you get lost in your everyday worries. Focus on something completely different. Channeling your energies somewhere completely different. Not on maybe the negative that you was beforehand. And I would say, don't be scared. What have you got to lose? Absolutely nothing. And I think people go into dance classes thinking everyone's going to look at me. Everyone's focused on themselves, I promise you. And you can make some great new friends, new networks. And it's just that self-achievement and that feeling afterwards, that pat on the back you give yourself. And just getting lost for that moment. And even if it's just something like going to the theatre, go, get lost whilst you're there. Take yourself away from the everyday madness that we all live in. So yeah, and you're never too old, you're never too young to start anything. Go for it.